First up, we have Blair Schultz. She is sponsored by Creative Floor Coverings. Next, we have Carly Woods. She is sponsored by the Wolf Waxing and Sugaring Specialist. Cooper Verhey. He is sponsored by Kim and Mike Pinto. Emma Kendall. She is sponsored by Dean and Jody LaFoon. Haley Wagner. She is sponsored by Roy Show Pigs. Harley Summerfield. She is sponsored by Kim and Mike Pinto. Jonah Brower. He is sponsored by Friends of 4-H. Kennedy Gould. She is sponsored by Connect with Nature. Kinley Reagan. She is sponsored by the Haywood family. And Madeline Clark. She is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. This time we'd like to introduce our champion dairy weather rate of gain, as exhibited by Blair Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by Grogan Construction. Your champion Boer weather rate of gain is exhibited by Delaney Haywood. Her trophy is sponsored by Romney Farms. Now entering the ring will be our dairy milkers. Your reserve champion Alpine Milkers, exhibited by Cooper Walters. His trophy is sponsored by Farmers National Co., Riley Miller. Your reserve champion La Mancha Milkers, exhibited by Peyton Sainer. Her trophy is sponsored by Lola Vela Salon and Gifts. Your reserve champion Nigerian Dwarf Milkers, exhibited by Blair Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by Behavior Concepts LLC. Your reserve champion Nubian Milker is also exhibited by Blair Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by Friends of 4-H. Your reserve champion Oberhausley Milker is shown by Daisy Carey. Her trophy is sponsored by Wendy Flat Farms. Your reserve champion Recorded Grade Milker is shown by Parker Walters. Her trophy is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. Your reserve champion Sonnen Milkers is shown by Henry Vaughn. His trophy is sponsored by Kim and Mike Pinto. The reserve champion Sable Milker, shown by Haley Summerfield. Her trophy is sponsored by the Montgomerys. And your reserve champion Toggenburg Milker is shown by Austin Hensley. His trophy is sponsored by Vaughn's Lawn Care. We are now ready to introduce our champions. Your champion Alpine Milker, shown by Parker Walters. Her trophy is sponsored by Base Camp Country Real Estate. Your champion La Mancha Milker, shown by Jordan Laffoon. Her trophy is sponsored by the Wolf Waxing and Sugaring Specialist. Your champion Nigerian Dwarf Milker, shown by Sharon Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by Red Dirt Excavation, LLC. Your champion Nubian Milker, shown by Kennedy Gould. Her trophy is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. Your champion Oberhausen Milker, shown by Jordan Laffoon. Her trophy is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. Your champion Recorded Grade Milker, shown by Jonathan Vaughn. His trophy is sponsored by Kim and Mike Pinto. Champion Sonnen Milker, shown by Jonathan Vaughn. His trophy is sponsored by GJ Gardner Homes. Your champion Sable Milker, exhibited by Kennedy Gould. Her trophy is sponsored by Johnson Brothers Livestock. And your champion Toggenburg Milker is exhibited by Austin Hensley. His trophy is sponsored by Hillside Dairy, Vaughn Family. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you our Queen Court. Your third runner-up, Miss Grace Klinkhammer. Your second runner-up, Caroline Jarbo. First runner-up in Miss Congeniality, Brenna Snowert. And your Miss Tippecanoe County is Kylie Cox. We would also like to introduce to you our dairy goat judge for today, Mr. Skylar Campbell. Skylar is from Ligonier, Indiana, where he is the ag teacher and FFA advisor at Columbia City High School. Skylar graduated from Purdue with a bachelor's science degree in ag education. Skylar has been raising and showing dairy goats at a local and state level for over 20 years, specializing in the Oberhausley breed. Skylar's favorite part of evaluating county fairs are the showmanship classes, where it's all about the individual and what they have learned. If there's one thing Skylar hopes members take away from him today, is that they were able to learn something new to better advance their knowledge in the industry. Please put your hands together and help us thank Mr. Skylar Campbell for evaluating our dairy show today.
Let's go ahead and give these exhibitors a big round of applause for presenting me with really good, high-quality dairy animals here for our senior doe show this morning into this afternoon. So for all these individuals, I think these are really, really good representatives in regards to each one of their breeds, in regards to their breed standards and their characteristics and the necessities in order for them to be considered as their breed champions. And for me today, for this selection of our Grand Senior Doe and Reserve Senior Doe, I think there's two individuals that just really sort themselves to the surface for me. When you go and look at these individuals, I know not all these individuals were at maximum capacity this morning, as some were maybe 80% full, 90% full. In regards to those mammary systems, but what's really unique about them is that we also get to evaluate them with all of them milked out this evening, and just to see that loose texture, that mammary system, to see how much of that mammary is legitimate milk production rather than like a tissue mass or anything like that built within the mammary. When you go and look at this lineup closest to me for our champion, I think there's, like I said, two individuals that really surface in regards to general appearance, both really long, really stylish individuals really extremely level across that top line, especially in the areas of those loins. Really ideal in regards to those rump structures. When viewed from the rear, they're both extremely wide individuals. Now, for me, and when it comes to preference, for me, and when I always look at these champion lineups, it's like, which one of these does do I really want to take home and incorporate into my herd if I were to select any of these breed champions today? And I think there's one that just slightly raises herself to the surface just a little bit more in terms of just being a little bit more dairy, a little bit more open in regards to that rib, and showcasing just a little bit more spring of rib today. The La Mancha is going to be my best senior doe today. And then when you look at the reserve of the La Mancha breed, probably not as deep a bodied or as long a bodied individual as our breed champion. So for me, the closest competition for her, for that La Mancha, for our best senior doe, is going to be our recorded grade doe with the young man here in the middle. She is going to be reserved for me today.
Your grand champion milker is exhibited by Jordan LaFoon. Her trophy is sponsored by OLOS LLC, Sean and Missy Finley. Your reserve champion milker is shown by Jonathan Vaughn. His trophy is also sponsored by OLOS LLC, Sean and Missy Finley. We are now ready to show for your champion and reserve champion dry doe. First up, the reserves. Your reserve champion La Mancha Junior Doe is shown by Jordan LaFoon. Her trophy is sponsored by Lola Vela Salon Gifts. Your reserve champion Nigerian Dwarf Junior Doe is exhibited by Madeline Myers. Her trophy is sponsored by Behavior Concepts LLC. Your reserve champion Nubian Junior Doe shown by Blair Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by Lola Vela Salon and Gifts. Your reserve champion recorded grade Junior Doe shown by Harley Summerfield. Her trophy is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. Your reserve champion Sonnen Junior Doe is exhibited by Jonathan Vaughn. His trophy is sponsored by Kim and Mike Pinto. Your reserve champion, Sable Junior Doe, shown by Wade Sipple. His trophy is sponsored by Roy's Show Pigs. And your reserve champion, Toggenburg Junior Doe, is exhibited by Austin Hensley. His trophy is sponsored by Vaughn's Lawn Care. And the reserve mini Nubian Junior Doe is exhibited by Emma Kendall. Your champion, Alpine Junior Doe, shown by Jordan Skinner. Her trophy is sponsored by Baseline Camp Country Real Estate. Your champion, La Mancha Junior Doe, is exhibited by Emily Stout. Her trophy is sponsored by the Wolf Waxing and Sugaring Specialist. Champion Nigerian Dwarf Junior Doe, shown by Blair Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. Your champion Nubian Junior Doe, shown by Kennedy Gould. Her trophy is sponsored by Red Dirt Excavation LLC. Champion Oberhausley Junior Doe, shown by Jordan LaFoon. Her trophy is sponsored by Walters Seamless Gutters. Your champion Recorded Grade Junior Doe is exhibited by Kennedy Gould. Her trophy is sponsored by Kim and Mike Pinto. Your champion Sonnen Junior Doe, shown by Harley Summerfield. Her trophy is sponsored by GJ Gardner Holmes. Champion Sable Junior Doe, shown by Haley Summerfield. Her trophy is sponsored by Johnson Brother Livestock. Your champion Toggenburg Junior Doe, shown by Austin Hensley. His trophy is sponsored by Hillside Dairy, Vaughn Family. And your champion Nubian Mini Junior Doe is exhibited by Ava Kendall.
All right, let's go ahead and give these kids a big round of applause. So junior does are always unique in my opinion, just because depending upon where you get them in the day, they could be hitting a growth spurt, they could be long and lanky and not really putting themselves together well. But I think there's three does that in regards to the breeds that they represent are really, really stylish, really elegant individuals. They're really, really clean about those front end assemblies, really long, lean necks up into those front end assemblies, keeping that width through their chest floor all the way out through their hocks, all really naturally level across that top line, especially when on the move. I think for me, when it goes, again, based upon breed characteristics and which ones I'd like to take home and incorporate if I was still having goats and those kinds of things, I think there's one that's just slightly a little bit better than the remaining two behind her. She's probably not the most She's probably not the widest through her chest floor. She's probably not the largest framed individual, but for me, I think she really fits the bill in regards to her breed and her breed type. The Nubian is going to be my best junior today. For that, I think reserve gets a little bit closer for me in regards to that intermediate kid for the Nubian class. I think there's two does that really complement each other. One, I think it's just going to be a little bit more preference in regards to that rump structure and that top line, especially when on the move. My Oberhausley is going to be reserved today.
Your grand champion dry doe is shown by Kennedy Gould. Her trophy is sponsored by Alois LLC, Sean and Missy Finley. Your reserve grand champion dry doe is exhibited by Jordan LaFoon. Her trophy is also sponsored by Alois LLC, Sean and Missy Finley. We are now ready for your dairy weathers. Second place in class 56 is shown by Gavin Garrison. Your second place, class 57, exhibited by Simon Strickler. Second place, class 58, Corbin Bolhofer. And your second place in class 60 is shown by Sharon Schultz. And your second place Nigerian weather is exhibited by Lillian Harold. First place in class 56, shown by Ava Kendall. First place, class 57, exhibited by Wade Sipple. Out of class 58, first place, Parker Walters. Out of class 60, first place, Nora Gamble. And your first place Nigerian weather is exhibited by Blair Schultz.
Let's give our dairy weather exhibitors a big round of applause for bringing out their class winners today for our champion drive. Before I select my dairy weather champion, I do want to thank everybody part of your committee, your Queen's Corps, and all the 4-Hers and exhibitors today. Like I said earlier, for this being my second year in a row coming back, I really enjoyed coming back to Tippecanoe County. The exhibitors were awesome. The animals were great once again. And it feels like that we took another step forward in regards to all the classes, showmanship, and those kinds of things in their respective classes today. So again, like I said, during showmanship, those of you that are parents out here should really be proud of these young people that's in the ring and even the young people that's back in the barn today. So let's go and give them one more big round of applause. So for me now, getting back to the evaluation of the animals, to me, I think there's two individuals out here that easily sort to the top, especially when you go to get your hands on them. They're the most expressive through that rack, most expansive, expressive out through that loin and rear leg, and they really complemented each other in regards to when they stand in this champion lineup in regards to their class divisions. And with that being said, when I walked up and down, I just reassured myself in regards to where I wanted to go for my champion dairy weathers today. For me, it's, again, like I said, it's a no-brainer. The young lady second from the end is going to be champion, and I'm sticking in that same class for reserve.
Your grand champion dairy weathers, exhibited by Nora Gamble. Her trophy is sponsored by Buttonwood Farms, Townsend family. And your reserve grand champion dairy weather is shown by Sharon Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by the Schultz family. A few awards that were introduced throughout the day. Your champion dairy best 3 females is exhibited by Jordan LaFoon. Her trophy is sponsored by Base Camp Country Real Estate. Champion dairy mother-daughter was exhibited by Jonathan Vaughn. His trophy is sponsored by RK General Cleaning. Your champion Boer best 2 of herd was shown by Allie Moore. Her trophy is sponsored by Roy Showpigs. Your champion Boer mother-daughter is also exhibited by Allie Moore. Her trophy is sponsored by Red Dirt Excavation, LLC. Your champion Myotonic, best 3 females. Scratch that. Champion Myotonic mother-daughter, Jude Carmichael. His trophy is sponsored by Wagner Water Systems. Champion Pygmy, best 3 females, shown by Ethan Brower. His trophy is sponsored by Jeff and Marlene Jarbo. Your champion Pygmy mother-daughter is shown by Ethan Brower. His trophy is sponsored by RK General Cleaning. And your champion beginner dairy showman was Henry Vaughn. His trophy is sponsored by AC6 RNs. Your champion junior dairy showman was Christopher Myers. His trophy is sponsored by Creative Floor Coverings. Your champion intermediate dairy showman is Haley Summerfield. Her trophy is sponsored by Creative Floor Coverings. And your champion senior dairy showman was Parker Walters. Her trophy is sponsored by Creative Floor Coverings. Your grand champion dairy showman overall was Parker Walters. Her trophy is sponsored by Denny's Body Shop. And your reserve grand dairy showman was Blair Schultz. Her trophy is sponsored by J&B Environmental Abatement. Your champion beginner meat showman was Turner Mosley. His trophy is sponsored by Connect with Nature. Your champion intermediate meat showman, Brooklyn Spray. Her trophy is sponsored by Grogan Construction. Your champion junior meat showman, Camry Cornell. Her trophy is sponsored by Base Camp Country Real Estate. Your champion senior meat showman, Claire DeFries. Her trophy was sponsored by the Wallace family. And your grand champion overall meat showman was Camry Cornell. Her trophy is sponsored by Denny's Body Shop. Your reserve grand champion meat showman was Claire DeFries, and her trophy was sponsored by Base Camp Country Real Estate. Now we are going to parade a few champions from earlier today. Your champion myotonic junior doe is shown by Claire DeFries. Her trophy is sponsored by Stillwater Farms, the Mosleys. Your reserve champion myotonic senior doe is shown by Brooklyn Spray. Her trophy is sponsored by Connect with Nature. Your champion pygmy junior doe is shown by Genevieve Hedden. Her trophy is sponsored by Pat and Athana Jarbo. Your reserve champion pygmy junior doe is shown by Abigail Robb. Her trophy is sponsored by Connect with Nature. Your champion pygmy senior doe is shown by Corbin DePoy. His trophy is sponsored by Jeff and Marlene Jarbo. Your reserve champion pygmy senior doe is exhibited by Daniel Robb. His trophy is sponsored by Base Camp Country Real Estate. Your champion fiber junior doe is shown by Abigail Clark. Her trophy is sponsored by the Wiesners Bittersweet Farm. Your reserve champion fiber junior doe is shown by Madeline Clark. Her trophy is also sponsored by the Wiesners Bittersweet Farm. Your champion senior fiber doe shown by William Baker. And your champion fiber wether is shown by Alexis McLaughlin. Her trophy is sponsored by the Wiesners Bittersweet Farm. We are now ready to show for your grand champion and reserve champion, Boer Weather. Your reserve out of your lightweight division is shown by Bodie Martin. Your reserve middleweight division is shown by Allie Moore. And your reserve heavy is exhibited by Hollis Mosley. Your champion lightweight division shown by Emily Seaman. Your champion middleweight division is exhibited by Emily Seaman. And your reserve and your champion heavyweight division is shown by Grady Martin. At this time, we would like to introduce to you our meat goat judge, Mr. Austin Weber. Austin attended Blackhawk East College. Austin and his wife, Katie, currently run a small sheep operation with 20 ewes while focusing on high-end show stock. Austin is from Avila, Indiana, where he is employed by NAU as a crop adjuster. Please put your hands together and help us thank Austin for evaluating our meat goat show today.
Well, what a privilege it's been to evaluate through the GOAT show today, and we get them back out here for Grand Drive. And I'm not one to give long speeches or whatnot, but what I will tell these kids, and I know how competitive that the market side of things are, and certainly we try to do this on the sheep side of things day in and day out. Just keep working, keep hustling. Maybe you didn't get exactly what you wanted today out here in the ring, but keep focused, get with a good breeder, and keep working hard, and good things will certainly happen. To me, there's one that hit me really, really hard in his particular class and his particular division. We get him back out here, and he certainly still holds true. He's the most muscular goat that still combines some build and skeleton, or some skeletal quality. Young lady out of the middle division will be your champion. We dropped that reserve division back out here, and certainly a high quality one. Ultimately, to me, it comes down to the lightweight and the heavyweight. There's some trade-offs between the two of them. There's one that I just prefer a shot more in terms of his elevation up front, in terms of his levelness atop and strength right in behind his shoulder blade. Young lady with the lightweight will be reserved.
Your grand champion Weather was exhibited by Emily Seaman. Her trophy is sponsored by Grogan Construction. Your reserve grand champion Weather is also shown by Emily Seaman, and her trophy is sponsored by Wagner Water Systems. We'll now be showing for your grand champion and reserve grand champion overall wether. Your grand champion Boer wether is exhibited by Emily Seaman. Your reserve grand champion Boer wether is exhibited by Emily Seaman. Your champion myotonic wether is shown by Haley Wagner. Your reserve grand champion myotonic wether is shown by Carly Woods. Your champion pygmy wether is exhibited by Larkin DePoy. Your reserve champion pygmy wether is shown by Daniel Rabb.
There we go. To wrap up our overall market champion, a very, very competitive show all the way through. It really, really good. The myotonics were extraordinarily good. Kind of surprised me the quality that was within that particular division. And then in the pygmy goats, I thought that was a really, really good pair of them as well. We're just going to keep the champion Boer goats together for your grand and reserve. Give those two kids a big round of applause.
Your grand champion meat wether is exhibited by Emily Seaman. Her trophy is sponsored by Jeff and Bailey Medley. Your reserve grand champion meat wether is also exhibited by Emily Seaman, and her trophy is sponsored by Jeff and Bailey Medley. We are now ready to select your champion and reserve grand champion market doe. Your reserve lightweight division is exhibited by Kinsey Oswald. Your reserve middleweight is shown by Maxwell Perez Escobedo. And your reserve heavyweight is shown by Hollis Mosley. Your champion lightweight is exhibited by Nicholas Bush. Your champion middleweight is shown by Camry Cornell. And your champion heavyweight is exhibited by Skylar Sheets.
another really good division that we had here in this particular doe class. I thought that all the division champions certainly represented the quality extremely good of this particular show, and even the seconds on the backup lineup were really good and certainly competitive. There's a pair of them ultimately for me that it comes down to. There's two of them that are just a shot better in their build and their design, and yet offer more than enough muscle and power. With that being said, I'll set the microphone down. I'll show you the two that I like the best. Give these kids a great big round of applause, and we'll show you a few champions.
Your grand champion market doe is exhibited by Skylar Sheets. Her trophy is sponsored by Cornell Club Goats. Your reserve grand champion market doe is exhibited by Camry Cornell. Her trophy is sponsored by Travis and Janessa Martin. We will now be showing for champion and reserve grand champion commercial does. Your reserve lightweight was exhibited by Parker Walters. The reserve middleweight division was shown by Carly Woods. And your reserve heavyweight was shown by Allie Moore. Your champion lightweight was exhibited by Skylar Sheets. Your champion middleweight is exhibited by Maxwell Escobedo Perez. And your champion heavyweight was shown by Emily Seaman.
For our champion commercial doe, it was an extraordinarily good show all the way through. There's quality all the way through in this particular lineup and back into some of those deeper classes. To me, again, there's one that just kind of logically that I land on to win. I think for reserve, things become just a shot closer. Again, I'm going to ask you to make some noise and make these kids proud. If you could, put your hands together and make some noise.
Your grand champion commercial doe, shown by Emily Seaman. Her trophy is sponsored by Cornell Club Goats. Your reserve grand champion commercial doe is exhibited by Skylar Sheets. Her trophy is sponsored by Grogan Construction. We will now be showing for Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Bordeaux. Your Reserve Champion Junior Bordeaux is shown by Allie Moore. Her trophy is sponsored by Wagner Water Systems. Your Reserve Senior Bordeaux is exhibited by Briella Rainey. Her trophy is sponsored by RK General Cleaning. Your Reserve Champion Percentage Junior Bordeaux is shown by Clayton Moore. His trophy is sponsored by RK General Cleaning. And your Reserve Champion Percentage Senior Bordeaux is shown by Maddox Keene. His trophy is sponsored by Lola Vela Salon and Gifts. Your Champion Junior Bordeaux is shown by Owen Keene. His trophy was sponsored by Cornell Club Goats. Your Champion Senior Bordeaux is shown by Avery Moore. Her trophy is sponsored by Wagner Water Systems. Your Champion Percentage Junior Bordeaux is exhibited by Hollis Mosley. Her trophy is sponsored by Willoughby Sales. And your Champion Senior Percentage Bordeaux is shown by Allie Moore. Her trophy is sponsored by Romney Farms.
They tell me that this is the last of it, and that is a sweet deal. What a fun experience that I've had here today. Certainly, I've had a lot of fun working with the people putting the show on. That's been an absolute blast. They've kept goats to me all day long. I know I like to kind of work at a faster clip maybe than most, but I appreciate the staff and having me out here today. Kiddos, thank your parents. Thank the people that help you on a daily basis. It takes a lot of work to get to where you guys have gotten to. Again, this show was no exception. The quality was deep all the way through. To me, there is a pair of them that resemble quality and what good stock is. I'll show you the two that I like the best. If you could, give these kids one last big round of applause, and we'll show you a pair of champions.
Your Grand Champion Bordeaux is shown by Hollis Mosley. Her trophy is sponsored by Basecamp Country Real Estate. Your Reserve Grand Champion Bordeaux is exhibited by Allie Moore. Her trophy is also sponsored by Basecamp Country Real Estate. That will conclude our 2025 Goat Show.